What's up, ladies and gents? This is your boy Daddy Fino, the Daddy Fino Flash Podcast, and I am here to review UFC Fight Night, Ngannou versus Dos Santos. This happened Saturday night. This was a UFC event held in Minneapolis, Minnesota, at the Target Center. This is the third time having a fight night there. It was a pretty damn good show. I'm not gonna lie, top to bottom, even the preliminaries were pretty good. I watched this whole damn thing. And but I'm gonna strictly talk about the main card and keep it simple. Uh, but like I said, the main card was pretty good. There was 6 fights on the main card. 4 of the fights ended in knockout or TKO. The other 2 went into decision. There was no. I wouldn't say there was any boring fights or anything like that. One was slow, but I wouldn't say it was boring. Nice back and forth. Nice back and forth action as far as submissions and trying to get submissions and takedowns and stuff like that. But they weren't really swinging too much. But I'll get into detail real quick. More detail as I get to that fight. But like I said, you got 2 heavyweight fighters main event in the card. Ngannou, the up and coming heavyweight, versus Junior Dos Santos. Santos, power hitter, former champion, former dominant champion. Just big body, strong fist, and is technical. He's really he's going to be a future Hall of Famer for the UFC for sure. But let's just jump into the card and then we'll get to that fight real quick. So, first fight was a light heavyweight fight. You got Alonzo Menifield versus Paul Craig. This fight, good action, good quick action, and definitely early. The fight ended in the first round, knockout. Menifield knocked out Paul Craig. It was about 3 minutes in. Uh, Pretty good knockout. I think it was with the right hand. Boom, finished him off with a nice combination, dropped him. Good fight. Menifield. I think Menifield was the favorite, if I remember right. So he definitely did that. Good job for him. Second fight, lightweight, Drew Dober versus Marco Polo Reyes. This was quick. It ended in a minute. Uh, Reyes just wasn't ready. Dober was just really fast. He was just super fast. Caught him with the left hook, and then just 1, 2, 3, boom. It was over. They had to stop the fight. It was really bad for him. Third fight, this went to the decision. This was a lightweight fight. Also, Vince Pichel versus Roosevelt Roberts. Roosevelt Roberts was undefeated, 8-0. Pichel was 11-2. I would say this was my favorite fight of the match. Favorite fight of the night. It was really great back and forth. The first round, Roosevelt Roberts won that. He's long and lanky. He fit his size. Vince Pichel is more. He's bigger for the lightweight. He looks big, but Roberts. He definitely won the first round. But then number 2 and 3, honestly, could have went either way. Pichel won 2-1, 29-28 across the board, a unanimous decision. It was a really good fight. Great knees, great takedowns, great takedown defenses. There was great defensive, great submission attempts. It was just completely back and forth. Great fight. Vince Pichel wins it, like I said, 29-28 across the board. Uh, the fourth fight, Damian Maia, the legend Damian Maia versus Anthony Rocco Martin. This was the fight that this also went to decision, but it wasn't like this was probably like the least liked fight by most people. Wasn't a lot of action. It was a lot of submission attempts and a lot of just takedowns, and it wasn't really. It was on the ground a lot, so not a lot of action was going on. But Damian Maia, he still, in my opinion, he still dominated, but it was 29-28, 29-28, 28-28, majority decision to Damian Maia. Damian Maia took over second place for most wins in UFC. So it was all right. It wasn't a great fight or anything like that, but I mean, if you like the technical wrestling part of it, I think you'll like it. So pretty good. Flyweight. This was a great match. This was the co-main event. Joseph Benavidez versus Josie Formiga. Formiga's the number one flyweight in the world. Number one contender for the flyweight championship. Benavidez is number two. Benavidez already have beaten Formiga before by knockout. Um, Actually, Benavidez has beat the champion by knockout. He's beaten both of them. But like I said, this was really fast. When you got two flyweights, you know you're gonna get some quick action, a lot of punching and everything. I mean, it was a pretty good, pretty great fight. Benavidez to me dominated the whole fight, but it was still for me to still put up a fight. Uh, Benavidez got cut in his eye. I want to say it was his right eye, if I remember right. I think like the nail of Formiga's had cut him. He was bleeding, so it was hard for him to like see out that eye, but he was still able to get the knockout in the second round. Uh, he got him with the nice head kick, hit him with the perfect part of the foot right to the face. It was just boom, and then just left hook, right hook, boom, boom, TKO. For me, get dropped. Had to stop the fight. It was pretty damn great. Benavidez is gonna probably go for the flyweight title. And that he's gonna it's versus Cejudo, who's the champion right now. But Cejudo is out, I think, for the rest of the year through injury, so we're gonna have to wait on that. But Benavidez already had beat him before, so this is gonna be, kind of like number two before the title. I expect Benavidez to go on in with the title. So shout out to Benavidez, great fight. And then the main event. Main event, Francis Ngannou versus Junior Dos Santos. Like I said, this Ngannou's the predator. I mean, if he touches you, you get knocked out. I mean, that's pretty much what it is. I haven't seen a guy who can punch like him. I mean, just going back, I'm just like he has the Mike Tyson type. I mean, he's basically like the Mike Tyson of UFC. It really is. I mean, he touched you. He could barely touch you, and it'll be stronger. It'll be the strongest punch you ever taken. It's not even question. It's not even a question. And it honestly improved. He proved that. Junior Dos Santos. They both started the fight with leg kicks. And I mean the leg kicks that Ngannou was doing was stiff as hell. I mean, boom. I mean, I felt it. And then Dos Santos hit him with a leg hook, and Ngannou almost fell twice. Um, and then I guess Junior Dos Santos was trying to, show off his power, and he went for a right hook, missed it, and Ngannou just said boom and just took him out. And basically Dos Santos dropped. Ngannou got on top of him, hit him with some clubbing fists, and then got on the back and just hooked him. One just kept swinging on one, two, three. Referee stopped the fight, and that was it. Ngannou over in about a minute or 11. Great fight. Well, not great fight, but like I said, it was just a great knockout, I should say. Uh, it was pretty good. Ngannou showed his power. It looks like he's going to be the number one contender now, because Ngannou was number two, and Dos Santos, I believe, was number one contender. So it looks like Ngannou's going to face the winner of DC, Daniel Cormier, versus Stipe Miocic. And I think they're fighting in I think UFC 240 or 241. I'm not sure. Off the top of my head, can't remember. But it doesn't matter. Either way, he's definitely fighting one of them. That's gonna be a great main event when that does happen. But anyway, that was UFC on ESPN, Fight Night. I don't know if it was actually called Fight Night. It might just be UFC on ESPN, so I may have been wrong in the beginning, but it's all good. Ngannou dos Santos, good show. You should check it out. ESPN Plus. It's only $5 a month. You get UFC pretty much, every weekend, if not every other weekend. So it's definitely a good buy. Shout out to ESPN. Shout out to UFC. Dana White. Uh, let me give my real quick fight of the night to me. I would say Vince Michelle and Roosevelt Roberts for me. I just like that fight, even though it went to decision. And then my performances of the night, gotta give it to Nagano Benavidez. I'm gonna give it to both Vince Michelle and Roosevelt Roberts because that was good. Like I said, that was my fight of the night. And Drew Dober. So, other than that, you know, that was pretty much it. So, anyway, I'm Dave Fino. This was me reviewing UFC on ESPN, Ngannou vs. Dos Santos. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you watch it. Check it out. Oh, and just remember the Dave Fino Flash podcast. We're on all major podcasting sites and platforms, all that, YouTube, Spotify, Google Play, Stitcher, all that good stuff. So hit us up, like, comment, subscribe, share. Let me know what you guys think, all that good stuff. Peace.